Alrighty people, well I'm back again for video number 2 on Monday, May 8th, and it's finally time for me to take a deeper dive into the Fallout show, because this is actually the show that I'm most excited for because I love the Fallout series. So this is the first of the shows based on a game that I really love. Like, I like The Last of Us and The Witcher and those games, but I love Fallout, so I want to take a deeper look at pictures because there's been a lot of leaks of pictures that I was totally not paying attention to, so I found every image I could. Alright, so I was digging around online today after kind of sleeping on the fact that lots of set pics have been leaking, and I don't know why I wasn't paying attention. I guess some of them were from earlier this year, and I was really all up in the Last of Us mania. That's finally behind me now, and I can pay attention to other shows, and like I said, Fallout is the show I'm probably the most excited about. So this shot here almost looks like a promo shot. First off, from what I know, all these are leaks, but there's actually quite a bit of leaked pictures, so I don't know, no one seems to be guarding the set that well. A lot of them seem to be right on the set, not just from afar, like people on set taking these pictures. But this one here almost kind of looks like a promo picture, just of how it looks compared to the others, and I wanted to go with this one first because it's one of the clearest ones you could find of the suit. And the suit, like, from all the pictures I've seen, it's absolutely game perfect. They like nailed every single tiny little detail they could think of, like right here on the suit, the way that the gold or whatever that is goes down, and he even has a Nuka-Cola bottle. And apparently they're going to take place in Vault 33, which is a vault that was made up just for the show. But just for a comparison, I have some suit pics. This is from Fallout 3 and Fallout 76. I think 76 is slightly different than... Sorry, that's Fallout 4 and 76. I feel like, even though from one of the pictures I've seen, it feels like it's following Fallout 3 more in a way, but in other pictures it's like more of a combination, like it's a little bit of 4 and 3. But here in the suit, this is a suit from 4, and it looks pretty similar to the suit in the show. I mean, you can see that little device right there, which I can't remember what that even does, because it's probably some type of maintenance thing, because, you know, basically all you really do is use the Pip-Boy, which I got a better picture of that I want to look at too. But the details on the suit are like spot on. I mean, you get the Pip-Boy over there, and there's lots of detail on that, but I have a close-up picture of that's, you know, surprisingly, like I can tell these pictures from people that were working on the show as extra or whatever, and just straight up took pictures. Like, I don't know if they snuck a camera on or the security was like no pictures, but like I feel like as an extra they would just take away your phone, because I've been an extra before and they would make us leave our phones back like in the room we're waiting in and not taking them on set. So this over here, though, I can't tell if that's a real person or just a suit. Like it kind of looks, the makeup looks a lot like dude from Stranger Things, but this is bang on too for a feral ghoul. But I'm thinking that maybe there'll be a feral ghoul who isn't feral and he's just a ghoul that can still talk or whatever. But this is makeup. I don't know, it kind of doesn't look that good for makeup, maybe because it's so far away. This is definitely someone just right on set. Like, this is like items that were in the background during some scenes, like just buttons and stuff for opening and closing doors. Yeah, these are like the same buttons they have for like opening and closing doors. They're probably just going to be on their doors that don't even get to be used. This one here is just like a train. I can't even tell how much of that is a real or a set, because that just looks like a straight up real train, but it doesn't look. So here's a high shot that someone took. Right, so there's the train again, so it's part of this area. I guess maybe people are getting on the train platform. This could be like, this looks like it could be yeah, I mean, based on how they're dressed, it would be like pre the Fallout incident, so I guess maybe the incident's happening in the show, or this is a flashback of, like, there's some two doctors talking here, but you can see he's wearing a Pip-Boy there. So it's hard to determine what's happening, but it looks like they're going to do a pre-Fallout and after, so maybe it happens during the show, or the show is like takes place in the Fallout world, but it flashes back to other stuff. Who knows? Here's a shot with the dog, which is, I'm not sure if that was just someone hanging out with the dog, but it's likely that dog meat's going to be in the show. And there's another high angle shot of one of the guards, and you can see he has the gun that looks a lot like the phaser guns in the games. I'm not really sure who this kind of guard is supposed to be. It's not a familiar one to me, but it definitely seems like it's pre the Fallout. I think that might be Jonathan Nolan right there. I'm not sure. I don't really know how he looks. He's kind of like not as public as his brother Christopher is. But a good clear shot of a guard holding a weapon that looks just like the weapons in the game. Yeah, so we got the one shot of the red rocket, and there's like, I don't know if that's someone who's working there in a coat or right, but it even has the power armor base, whatever. But it looks just like everything looks exactly like in the game. Although the cars in the game are like, they're old looking, but they have a futuristic style to it. These here just look like old cars. I'm not seeing like the futuristic little bit of style they add. And, you know, they got the red rocket part taped up. But here's another picture from a different angle of the red rocket from front. You know, it's exactly like in the game. I actually have a picture over here that compares it to the game. Yeah, I mean, it's bang on exact. I don't see the rocket up top, but you mean the front of it is like, you know, pretty. It's like nailed it. Like just nailed the actual look almost to the point. I'm not just surprised at how much exactly like the game they're emulating this. Alright, so here's a different angle. I found some of these pictures on Imager through Reddit. This is a bit of a wider shot of that same red rocket. There seems to be a lot more pics of the red rocket gas station than anywhere else. Yeah, that's what it is, by the way. It's a gas station in the game. They call it Red Rocket. Here's a nice wide shot, but it doesn't have the actual rocket attached up here. So that could be, you know, for lots of reasons. It's not ready yet, or it's not in the shot, or they're going to CG it in later. I doubt that, but who knows? It's probably like, it seems like it was just raining that day, and maybe they're just covering up while the rain was going away, because some of the cars aren't there, and the ground is muddy, and I'm not sure if that's set muddy or just muddy. Yeah, this is probably taken by someone who just drove and walked by, but who knows if this was originally anything at all before, or is totally built up from scratch, because it's kind of hard to see inside. Another bit of a front shot. You can see in the store, and it looks like it's actually some stuff in there, like a junk, like one of those stores that just has so much crap on the walls. Or that could just be all the set stuff they put inside. Who knows? But it looks like a real store in there. Now, these garbages are set garbages. I can just tell they don't look like they fit in, like compared to the rest of the world. Yeah, a little bit more decent, wider shots. You get a pretty decent look at the actual gas tanks, where people pump the gas from. I mean, I don't remember it. It's not something you ever use in the game. It would just be there. You can never actually. There's no cars. You can't drive around. You can't use the gas. All the gas is empty. But it was always a big part of the game, because in Fallout 4 you actually go to Red Rocket and do some stuff there earlier in the game. Seeing all this makes me want to go back to play Fallout 4 again. So here's like another straight up on-set picture. So whoever work on these shows should be getting fired, or like the security is just bad. But here is a picture of power armor. You can see the legs are huge, so this person standing behind them, it's kind of messing with the angle, but it's clear they're using the power armor style from Fallout 4, which was way bigger. And like, yeah, there's even the dial in the back. In the game, you turn this dial, the suit opens up, and you get inside. So it's like this huge mechanized, not even suit. It's almost like a vehicle that you're walking around in. And so it'd be curious to see how much they'll have that in it, and how often they're going to have their actors inside, or even if it's going to be actors at all and just stunt doubles, or like, who even knows, animatronics maybe? Yeah, so here's a picture of an actual computer, and this looks so bang on. It almost looks like they just found an old computer, because it's not exactly like it looks in the game. I feel like if they were going to make this, it would be exactly like it is in the game. Instead, it's more like an old computer they found. But there's lots of books there, and this chair is probably something that you wouldn't even see in the shot close up, but it's still got all scratched up. I mean, a lot of these looks like old stuff, but you really can't tell how good set dressing is. These are the Fallout 3 images, but you can see that like it's pretty similar, but not exact. So it makes me feel like this may be a thing they found that looks close, but who knows. Yeah, even the Fallout 4 computer looks the same as the Fallout 3 one. Here's like another shot of extras. These are probably extras just waiting around for the scene, and you can get a decent shot of the suits. It'd be pretty cool to be extra on that, I think. This is them just hanging out and waiting. Like, I've been an extra before, so they're probably just sitting there waiting, about to go on set. Probably just going to walk around in the background or whatever and just hang out. Now, this one here is the one that's I'm excited about the most to see, and how close up it is. So whoever took this must have just straight up been like, whatever, I don't work on this show, I'm taking pictures. So this is a pretty decent full image of the actual Pip-Boy, and it looks absolutely perfect again, even with the screen and exactly how it looks in the game. Like, this is exactly how it looks when you switch between these different things. Stats, map, I think it's probably map or data, I don't know, but then you go underneath that and there's more underneath. That says map, I think, but I don't remember there being its own map tab in the game. But they keep changing it per game, but it still looks exactly like it. The amount of detail up close, I mean, who knows? This could be just an extra. You just straight up took a picture while they were waiting. But you can also see the detail in the suit closer up. Like, it looks like it's leather or some sort of maybe fake leather that looks like real leather on camera, because all of this is probably plastic, but they do such a good job of making it look like metal. Even the screws are rusted and not perfect. So the attention to detail is always really incredible. As you can see, this is from Fallout 4, and yeah, even the screw right there and how the screen looks. Yeah, stat, inventory, data map, radio. So over here it's the same, stat, inventory, data map, radio. Yeah, so there is no map tag. I thought map was under data for some reason, or it used to be. So I don't know if they're going to show anything along the bottom level. Like, how would that work in the world of this show to have like a level and whatnot? Because that's all from the game, and when you level up your character and upgrade and stuff. So how much they're going to incorporate that into the show, who knows? Here's another on-set shot. So this is, in one of the vaults, Vault 33, I guess, is where they want to have it take place. And this is the second time I've seen this guy, and maybe he's like, a day or two player of like playing a teacher maybe, or someone in the class, because I'm still not clear on who the actual main character is yet. This looks like it could be like a children's classroom maybe. Like, maybe you start the show with the younger version of that same character, but you can see the suit from a different angle, and maybe earlier in the picture, like maybe it was part of the suit that we're seeing, and it kind of looks leathery along the sides and the edges, not all over. But you can see how the guy kind of has like nice coiffed hair, so like everyone inside the vault is so like clean and perfect and whatnot. I feel like this is just an on-set picture that it's not going to be in the show. Here's a blurry picture of the New California Republic, which is the NCR, which is a big part of the game. Actually, back here on this flag, you can see the word Republic. So this is like a New California Republic flag with the bears on it. So that there would be the entrance of Vault 33, likely. Like if they do it like the game, which they seem like they want to, it'd be like a huge, giant door that opens. And I mean, the game, if it's gonna be like the game again, it's almost like the show is gonna begin with whoever the character is, and maybe there's an episode or two of them indoors in the vault, or outside living their life. Then the fallout happens, then they're in the vault, then they leave the vault because they gotta achieve some type of mission or whatever. There's a button that opens the vault doors. So yeah, so this here looks like a vault door button, but it's not. It looks slightly different. I can't remember what this is. Like up close, I can't really tell what that is from the game. And this is just a regular fridge. This isn't a game fridge. This is just on-set fridge with some background, broken up styrofoam that looks like concrete. But this is another pretty incredible shot of a inside of a vertibird, which is the helicopters that the Enclave fly around in. The Brotherhood of Steel is what I meant to say. So this person, whoever this is, blocked out, but there's the actual minigun. Yeah, so you can see it again how accurate it is when you look at the on-set picture And then over here, here's a picture of the minigun from the game, through the Fallout wiki. So they're just nailing how much it's gonna look just like the game. Which I'm actually surprised at how much like the game are making it look. I didn't think it would be exact. Here's a picture of an extra of someone wearing like Raider armor, but not very hardcore. I've seen like Raider armor in the game be way more elaborate with huge metals and spikes and everything. So this is just kind of regular Raider armor. This person's like on break, walking around with their phone in their hand, but you can see like, you know, armor underneath that with like almost rubber tire, a bit of a tire strapped to it or something. It could be anything. It could be a car mat. I don't know. Here's a picture taken inside somewhere that part of it is just not set, but this is like some type of chamber for turning on something. I can't remember what that is from the game. Maybe in the water area. Bit of a wider shot of the power armor from the side or parts of it, but again, it's exactly like the game. Like the head would go up here, and this is the back. There's a little wheel to open it up, but it's like straight up exact. It's like this person was trying to like hide the fact they're taking a picture, but that's like the best full shot I've seen of the power armor so far. So this picture here actually reminds me of Fallout 3, the beginning of it, when you start off as an actual baby, and you grow up. So this could be an indication that they're going to go that way. I don't know, hard to say. But I mean, it really looks a lot like the playroom from Fallout 3. It doesn't look exactly like it does, but it's still pretty close. But this could just be like a room that is barely even in a shot, and they walk by it, or there's like a scene in there with a bunch of kids. Who knows? But again, the attention to detail is off the charts. It's off the chain. Here's a pretty great wide shot of, looks like it would be the opening. This would be the opening of the vault, perhaps. Although it still looks like it's down underneath. But this is 32, so it's not vault 33. Maybe there'd be multiple vaults in the 30-ish range, or who knows. I mean, over here, there's like bales of hay, and there's kind of like a farm style to it. Like over here, almost seems like it's a barn, but perhaps this is underneath in a different vault, where they're like, every vault has like different types of, you know, worlds on there or whatever. Like, so, you know, one place is sterile and whatever, and one place is more like a farm, or one place is more like a bar. I don't know. Who knows? So here is an actual video that someone took of the Super Duper Mart, which doesn't look exactly like it does in the game, but here it is. Someone actually managed to get a video. So yeah, the outside of it is different. Like Super Duper Mart was in the road, like there's people driving by, and there's more of the older cars, but they don't have that extra futuristic flair, which I'm not sure what that's about. But I mean, these vehicles look so realistically weathered down that maybe they really just are old vehicles they found in a... Again, it looks like it's part of this building, so I don't know how much this building is real or not. So here's a shot in the hallway, a very detailed hallway again with... Yeah, this shot here, you get a pretty decent look. You can see lots of overturned chairs, as if this was after something happens and they're returning to the vault perhaps, or this could be a whole other vault that got abandoned for some reason. But the styling of the windows and whatnot is so exact according to the game. The amount of set details they do is always amazing to see. But beyond here, it's blue screen, so who knows what's through there and what's out there. Like they're gonna add something digitally, I guess. Here's a nice wide shot of the Nuka-Cola truck. So I don't know how much of that will be in the actual show, or just an actual shot of it driving by, or it being not even driven. Who knows? But it's still amazing with the detail, and about the best wide shot you can get of the outside of Super Duper Mart. You're wondering how they're going to shoot this if it's right by the road, but it still looks pretty accurate, though. That symbol isn't on the outside in the actual game. In 3, Super Duper Mart looked different, but now there's also a Super Duper Mart in 4, but I don't even remember going inside of that one. Maybe I just walked by. It's like I said before, the show is like a combination of 3 and 4 mainly, but this is what it looks like in the game. And here it is. So it's not exactly like the game. It's like, almost seems like it's a combination of both. But even like there's no words missing in the game for like that many words missing on the signs. Like there aren't any words missing at all. So they just decided to do that. The P and the E and the A. EP. Super. Well, that looks like it's just about it for pictures. I found every single possible picture I could find from the set of the Fallout show, and it looks to be shaping up to be awesome, and it's going to be exactly like the game, visually at least. Still not too clear on the story and what exactly is going to happen. It's coming out in 2024. I don't know if there's an exact release date yet, but 2024 is its target release year. But right now, this is actually my most hyped up show based on a game that I really, really like. This is the first show based on a game that I love. So far everything's been like games that are great, that I enjoy. But alright, well, thanks for watching, people, and like and subscribe, and don't forget to keep gaming.